ESPN, we've been following them as they do their top 10 different position groups. Today we're going to take a look. Top 10 interior offensive linemen as voted on, executives, coaches, and scouts through ESPN. Number 1, Zach Martin of the Cowboys. 2, Chris Lindstrom of the Falcons. 3, Quentin Nelson, currently of the Colts. Joe Thuney of the Chiefs is 4, and Joel Bitonio of the Browns is 5. Honorable mention, Wyatt Teller. So of Bitonio, AFC executive, still playing a very high level, age showing a bit in pass protection, but one of the most reliable guards the last decade. Could be a sneaky Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. NFL official just doesn't get beat very often. His length is a problem. On Wyatt Teller, NFC executive, good, powerful. He's one of those PFF superheroes that's overvalued a bit. NFC offensive coach, really talented, but streaky. You know what? You put those two inside, and you haven't had to worry in a number of years. So you can say anything you want about them. They're two of the best in the NFL.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing when you think of, the year Joel Bitonio was drafted in 2014. We all know what that draft was like. The fact that you got Bitonio, who certainly has a chance to be a Hall of Famer, I think he's got a pretty good resume, especially if the Browns can add to it with more playoff success, including a potential Super Bowl run. Maybe he gets there. The fact that you can still find a Hall of Famer after that first round that they had with Justin Gilbert, Johnny Manziel, that was a nice job. You do have to give credit where credit is due as far as finding Joel Bitonio. He's been such a rock on this offensive line for the better part of a decade. Obviously missed time last year, but I think that's just going to happen with a lot of players. I don't think you're ever going to see another Iron Man streak the way that Joe Thomas had, throughout his career. Obviously 10,000 plus consecutive snaps is just incredible. And then Wyatt Teller, that was obviously a great find. Former seventh round pick, former late round pick in Wyatt Teller, and he's obviously turned into a very good contributor, a consistent start on that right guard spot. And like you said, when you have those two guys in the middle of that offensive line, it makes things a lot easier. You don't have to really worry about it. When you have a very good offensive line, it kind of eases a coach's mind a little bit. Knowing that he can call a bunch of different things, knowing that, the quarterback's going to get a little extra time to throw because he's got good protection in front of him. And those two guys in particular were huge when the tackles kept getting injured last season when they were down their fourth and fifth tackles. The reason the offensive line was still able to be solid was because they had Bitonio and Teller in the middle there.